welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. Very happy to be back. As always, very happy to be back in this seat, back on the mic, talking to San Diego about what's in my brain and also what's going on in the sports world here in San Diego. First and foremost, as you can see, things look different. Things look different. Your boy's gone independent. I do it all on my own now. First and foremost, I want to thank WSRadio.com and Mr. Wade Phillips for allowing me to be a part of his network and his program and broadcasting me on his website, and for giving me an internet radio show, for helping me create my own internet radio show. But some things happened with that situation. That's why the show hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, because some things happened with that situation, and I'm no longer going to be, the show's no longer going to be broadcast on WSRadio.com. It's all me. It's only going to be a video experience now. There's no longer going to be audio. So for anybody that was listening on Saturday mornings at 11 on WS Radio, that is no more. Your boy is all independent now. I'm in a new space, providing all my own equipment. I mean, I already had most of it, and it had a couple of things I had to buy, but I had pretty much all the equipment already. But all the video, the video was already all on me, but now the audio is all on me, and I'm excited about it. It does make things a little bit more challenging, to be honest, but I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited. I kind of feel like a rapper or an artist that had a record deal before, and now you kind of doing things all on your own, which like it's kind of similar. Like I said, I was doing things all on my own. Like the video was all me. The audio was already taken care of after the show. I just had to give a flash drive, get my audio, go home, and get to editing. But now, like I said, being in this new space, I'm no longer at that radio station, not even in that location anymore. That's why the color of the walls look different. My decor looks different. But please believe the MJ, Kobe, and LeBron portrait is coming back. The Nipsey portrait is coming back. All of that was supposed to be here this week. And me rushing and wanted to make sure I got here and did this because I got a busy weekend of shows coming up. But in my rush to get here and try to get this thing started on time, I forgot my artwork. But that stuff will be coming back next week. But yeah, man, being by myself, it makes things a little bit more challenging. Now, I'm in a new space, and everything, I have to bring everything here on my own. The only thing that's already here is these two pieces of decoration that's here and this couch that I'm sitting on. Everything else, this table, the mic stands, all the cameras, all the mics, everything is me. And it's upstairs in the elevator, so it's a couple of trips. I got to lug everything back and forth. But when you go independent, a lot more of it is all on you, and you got to do things by yourself, which I'm not going to lie, it made it a bit stressful. But right before I turned the cameras and mics on to get going here, made it a little bit stressful. But now that all of that's taken care of and you know, we rolling, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I'm excited about, you know, bringing guests here to the new space. I'm very, very thankful to the person that's provided this new space. Once that's a little bit, everything is solidified, but a little bit down the road, I'll tell you exactly where I'm at and how this space was provided. But I'm happy, man. I'm here. I'm happy, and this is episode 18 of On the Mic with Michael Flix. But this is my first show independent. Like I said, this is my first show independent, and I'm excited about it, man. We gonna keep things rocking. I always mean to do this in the beginning, and I forget to. I always get to it somehow, but I always mean to do it in the beginning, so I'll make sure I do it today. You guys have seen this hoodie before, but it's back, and I wanted to make sure I shouted out my guy Splatter Gang merch. I love this hoodie, man. I love the way he designed the hoodie with like so much cloth and so much length in between like the neck and where the hoodie actually begins. I love that because I usually layer my hoodies and jackets and stuff, and so I love that the hoodie has that right there. It's super dope. And then the Splatter Gang is dope, man. I love being in the gym. Y'all see me. I put my camera down. I hit my jump shot, which actually one of the homies was like, bro, we seen that bummy jump shot before. You got to show us something else. And that's on the way. I just don't be having all the time to get to that all the time. But anyway, I like having this hoodie on when I'm in the gym hitting jumpers. Every time I hit a jumper now, other than saying Kobe, Splatter Gang is one of the first things I say. Actually, no, it's like the third thing I say. I think Kobe, you know, when I'm playing basketball, my son, whenever I hit a bucket, we always say money ball. So that's the second thing I think about. But after that, I think Splatter Gang after that. So shout out to my guy. Shout out to the people over at Splatter Gang. I appreciate. I mean, I paid full price for my hoodie, but I appreciate y'all. Let me be a part of the Splatter Gang fam. And also my guy, Escondido High School basketball legend Lorenzo Keeler. This is his brand, Signet Royalty. Signet royalty on the dad hat. I wanted to make sure I shouted out the black-owned brands before I got going. And shout out to both of y'all. I've said this before on the show too, but I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. I'm waiting for a football player in any other sport, but specifically a football player to hit me up and come sit down with me on the show. I've been reaching out to my guy, Thomas Marcus. I'm going to go ahead and put you on blast, bro. We've been kind of hit or miss, and we ain't been able to get to it how we want, but I really want to have him on the show. But just any football player within San Diego, regardless of what level you play. But more specifically high school players. But I do want to talk to, no matter what level you play, I do want to talk to anybody. So football players, baseball players, everybody, hit me up, man. This is not just a basketball show. I'm going to keep stressing that. This is not just a basketball show. This is a show that's for everybody, man. So any athletes that want to come up here and kind of talk about their basketball, or see, you said basketball again. Any athlete that wants to come up here and talk about your sports journey, your athletic journey, feel free to hit me up, man. My platform is for everybody. It's not just for the basketball players. I'm excited to talk to a football player, especially now after I seen KUSI just did something with some of the football players from Madison and from another school, and they were all just sitting down in front of the camera, talking about just what football means to them and how important it is for their life and for for them to experience college and all of that. And so I thought it was really dope. And so I've reached out to one or two of the players, if I'm not mistaken, to try to have them on the show so they can come and talk to me and just kind of, because that video was short form, you know what I mean? And I would love for them to have the opportunity to come to the show, to come here on the mic with Michael Flix and expound on some of the things that they said, and some of the feelings that they're having. Speaking of that, we did have some good news recently. I follow KUSI and also Paul Rudy on Instagram, and I seen a video this week with the head of, I forget his name. He sounds like a great guy. I forget his name though, but he was talking about how more than likely, it was kind of up in the air before, but he's talking about how more than likely now there's going to be a sports season. They're just not absolutely sure when it's going to start, but there is going to be like the season 1 sports. If I'm not mistaken, some of those got moved back to season 2 or session 2, however they do it, but before, it seemed like there was going to be a question of whether there was going to be sports at all, CIF sports at all. But now it seems like there will be, and now it's just a matter of when. This COVID thing is, I was hoping it'd be gone by now, as everybody was hoping it'd be gone by now, but it doesn't seem like it will be. And so obviously that's what's thrown everything off. But, you know, hopefully, I'm bringing all of that up to say we're going back down to like we were in purple tier, and if I'm not mistaken, if my information is correct, we're going back to like all the way around just a full shutdown, which I think is needed. It's unfortunate, but I think it's needed. People aren't going to stay home until it's mandatory that they have to stay home. So hopefully with this shutdown, it'll you know, the spike will drop, numbers will kind of flatten out, and we can try to get back to some type of normal. Although I think the masks, I think that's here to stay. I think we're going to be wearing masks for a long time. Even when things get back to normal, I think we're still going to have a mask to go like to the supermarket and to go to restaurants and things like that, which is unfortunate. But I do think masks are here to stay. So the San Diego Guardians had their last San Diego combine. I think they may have one more, but they finally had the last one here in San Diego, and They announced a few more guys that they're inviting to training camp. Pardon me while I pull up the information real quick. Here it is. So, matter of fact, let me just run off all the names of all the guys that they've invited to training camp so far. So, the San Diego Guardians of the San Diego's TBL team. Sure, I've been talking about them for a while. I had the owner, Kim Bishop, on the show, so a lot of people know what I'm talking about here. But so the first two people that they invited to training camp were Aaron Felix Tinsley and Roshan Wynn, both San Diego natives. And then they invited Sam Gabbard, and my guy DAVION, who actually played for the Kings last year, DAVION Johnson. And just recently, like I said, they had their final San Diego combine. And what resulted in that was they've invited Nate. I don't know how to say your last name, bro, but he's played for the Guardians before. He's from Castle Rock, Colorado. They also invited RASEAN Simpson, San Diego native. I believe he played at Lincoln High School. Another Lincoln High School alumni, Victor Dean Jr., who also used to play for the Kings. STACEY Lambert, who has played for the Guardians in the past, also got 6'7" forward, also got invited to training camp. My guy, and actually me and him, we got some things in the works, and he was actually my first ever radio interview. NOVIAN Cherry, who's played overseas before. He's a San Diego native as well. He got invited to training camp. JULIO GUITY also got invited to training camp, San Diego native. Michael Flix from Inglewood, California, he got invited. He got invited to training camp. DARVIS FLETCHER Jr. from Phoenix, Arizona, he got invited to training camp. KENDALL Small, I've been hearing his name a lot lately for different reasons, for good reasons, all good reasons. I don't want it to sound like that, but I've been hearing KENDALL Small's name a lot. He got invited to training camp. From Chicago, Illinois, Corey Hall also got invited to training camp. Christopher LaFrance, who I've seen play a couple times. I think he was playing for the Surf. When I seen him play, he's a good guard. He can play. I like his game. He got invited to training camp. Steve Garrett, also a San Diego native, he also got invited to training camp. NIKITA, who was at an open run. He was actually getting buckets at an open run. I was just at not too long ago. He also got invited to training camp. Y'all bear with me, man. This is some of the most recent San Diego news that we've had in a while, so I'm going to make sure I read off all the names. And sorry if I messed up anyone's names. My guy Terrence Cole, also another San Diego native, 6-foot guard, who's been playing with the Guardians since their existence. He got invited to training camp. DEJUAN OWENS from Crockett, Texas, 6'4" guard. DEJUAN OWENS got invited to training camp. REYNARD Ray Rice, also another San Diego native, he got invited to training camp. And last but not least, DAMIEN ELAM from Russellville, Kentucky. He also got invited to training camp. So the Guardians have putting together, that's not their roster yet. They've invited a nice group of talent to come out to their training camp. Y'all forgive me, man. I drank a lot of coffee and haven't eaten too much, so I got the shakes and I'm speaking too fast. The Guardians are putting together a nice little piece of talent to invite to their training camp, man. I'm excited to see what comes next. They have actually, like I said, they have one more combine out in LA on December 12th, and we all know the type of hoop talent that LA has. So, if a lot of their top guys, that don't have anywhere to play, if they come out, San Diego Guardians gonna have a nice little team, man. From what I hear where they plan to play and some of the other things that they're putting in motion, San Diego Guardians is gonna be bringing a lot of excitement here to San Diego, man. They're gonna be bringing a lot of excitement here to San Diego, which is dope, man. Which is dope, and I'm just excited for everything to finally kind of clear up and get back to normal. Like I said, the masks and everything, I feel like that's always going to be a thing, but I'm just ready for everything to get back to normal. You know what I mean? I'm ready for everything to get back to normal. And we can go back out to sporting events, and we can go out and not feel so uneasy and so leery when we're out of the house. You know what I mean? The Flix Media Network is still here. We still rocking. We're two episodes deep on KRSN Radio, hosted by my guy Braxton Smith. This is episode 18 of On the Mic with Michael Flix. That's kind of like our flagship show right now. That's kind of like the anchor of the network. Braxton's show is doing very well, actually. Lots of views, lots of engagements online, and it's just a good show, regardless of the numbers that he's doing right now. It's just a good show, man. Good conversation. He had a couple friends on. It was a really dope show. I'm not going to say exactly who yet, but you know exactly who you are when you watch this. One of the little bros that's still in high school. I feel like, he's a flashy dude with some good stuff to say. So I've been talking about him about getting his podcast started. So he's been trying to figure out who his podcast partner will be. And so we got a couple things in the works over at the Flix Media Network. I just reached out to somebody that I connected with when I was doing the show at the radio station. Got some stuff some stuff in the works for Christmas. So that's all going to be happening very soon. The Flix Media Network is out here. We rocking. For those that have been asking, the Family Room podcast, I'm going to get that back going very soon. I haven't done very many episodes because my podcast partner, he's picked up another job and he's been super busy. But I'm supposed to be sitting down with him pretty soon so we can iron out exactly when exactly when we can get back to recording. But all of that's gonna be happening very soon, and I appreciate. I don't know why I keep leaning over at the mic like that. I appreciate everybody that's been asking, that's been wondering where the show's been and everything like that, man. Everything is coming back very soon. Open runs are gonna happen more and more, man. Open runs. I took a break. If you were there at a couple of the runs that I was at, you know why I took a break. I'm not really gonna rehash all of that, but I took a break. And that's not the only reason. I've been busy with other things, between editing and booking different things and just being busy. But just on top of a little bit of drama and me being busy, that's why haven't been doing very many runs for the people that have been asking. But I'm be getting back to that very soon. Oh, forgot to do this at the beginning of the show too. My guy Mason Biddle, shout out to my guy Mason Biddle and multi-level basketball. He had me come out to it was a big training and then kind of an open run that he did, and it was really dope, man. He's got a lot of talent and kind of in-house, and with he and his coaches and his trainers and everything that they're doing, I had a really good time at his event. We did it right before Thanksgiving. I'll be dropping a video for that. He'll be dropping a video for that very soon. I overbooked myself. This is my long-winded way of apologizing to him here on the show. I overbooked myself with Thanksgiving coming up, just trying to make sure I got money coming in with the Christmas holiday coming, so I could buy the family some gifts and also not go broke in the process. So I overbooked myself around the Thanksgiving holiday, and he's one of the people that I wasn't able to get his work back to him as fast as I would have liked to. So that's something that doesn't typically happen with me. And so again, bro, and I apologize to you already, but I just wanted to make sure I come on the show and apologize as well. It wasn't my intention. I'll have your content to you very soon, very, very soon. I'm really excited, man. I came this close just now to telling y'all exactly who I'm going to be interviewing very soon on this show and on Link Up. But I've learned, like I said on the show before, I've learned not to do that, and so I've learned not to talk about things before they actually happen. But I'm excited about the couple of interviews that I have coming up, both on this show and on Link Up with Michael Flix. Got some clothing people, some artists, some business people, a lot of different things coming up. So I'm really, really excited about that, man. Again, this is going to be another really, really short show, because I didn't have a whole bunch to talk about, but I was really excited to get in here to my new space and my new setup and just keep the show going, man. I really don't like when I have to take a break from the show. I really, really don't like it, but you know, things happen and people get busy. Myself, I get busy. I'm not always able to do everything on schedule the way I plan to, but that is the goal. So again, anybody that would like to come up to the show, feel free to reach out to me, man. I got a lot of good things in the works with this show, man. It's gonna continue to get bigger. It's gonna continue to get better, and I'm really excited about it, man. So if you want to be a part of the show, and also anybody that's interested in helping me out behind the scenes, I do need that help as well. So feel free to reach out to me, man. I'm gonna be at the open runs. I'm gonna be popping up. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me. I've kind of been quiet for a little while because I've been busy, but I'm gonna be out and about how I was before. So feel free to reach out to me and let me know where things are gonna be. And like I said, I'm gonna be popping up as well. This show was kind of all over the place. I hope y'all was able to follow me. Like I said, I didn't have much to talk about, but I hope y'all was able to follow me. It's been another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. I appreciate y'all tuning in, being patient, and also for rocking with me. As always, I'll be back next week. I'm out.